I'm Stacy Gordon. Welcome to That's My Jam. Y'all know we've been doing something in a pot on Thursdays. We're still going to do that today, but we're going to change it up just a little bit because in addition to something in a pot, today we're also going to do cooking with friends. You may remember a while back my friend Leslie joined us. She made an incredible orecchiette pasta with lemon and bacon. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you do. Well, Leslie's back, and today she's going to be making something in a pot. I'll be the bartender and the sous chef today. Leslie is a fantastic cook, and I can't wait to see what she's going to throw together today. So tell us about what you're going to make today, Leslie.
Today I have a great one-pan plan. It is called Kielbasa skillet. It's the perfect thing to eat on these wonderful fall evenings.
That sounds wonderful. We're all about one-pot meals right now, so I'm going to step back and let you show everybody how this is made.
This is one of my favorite recipes and my son Mason's. First step is to use baby red potatoes and get these washed up to go into the microwave. Okay, so a quick hack for this is to take this bag. I rinse them in the bag, and while I'm doing it, I'm scrubbing the potatoes to make sure they're clean. That way I don't have another piece of equipment that I have to clean. Okay, now we've got our clean potatoes. We're going to put this whole bag in the microwave, and we're going to cook it 3 to 5 minutes. Basically, you want about half tenderness on this. While those potatoes are cooking, we're going to get some bacon going in a large old skillet. We're going to cook about 5 to 6 pieces of bacon until done and remove from the pan.
Leslie, I'm going to need you to call that a big old skillet.
Big old skillet. While our bacon is cooking, we're going to get a small onion, and I'm going to chop half of this onion into dices. All right, I've got our onion prepared. It's diced in half with the hairy end intact. We're going to place that down on our cutting board. We're going to make slices along. Be sure to keep those fingers tucked. Now we're just gonna make cross cuts. And I usually flip it over at the end so I don't cut my finger here, and turn it along so I can get most of that onion. And I like to gather it all up in the center and do just another dice across it. All right, so we have that prepared for when we need it. The next ingredient for this recipe is a package of kielbasa. You can use smoked sausage, andouille sausage, anything that you like. I usually go with the kielbasa though. And a tip for this, if you have a large family that likes to eat a lot like I do, I make this recipe, but I double the amount of sausage in the recipe so that it goes further. All right, we have our sausage unpackaged. I like to cut it in half. Cut each link in half. Gather it together and just make some chunks. Doesn't matter if they're equal. While we're waiting on the bacon, we will set this aside and continue with our next step. Okay, we have our potatoes cooled, so we're going to cut these down. Some of these will be larger and we will want to cut into fourths, and some I'll only cut into half. For example, this one is kind of a smaller one, so I'm just going to half it. we're going to get all of these potatoes cut up while our bacon's finishing off. This is an example of a larger one that we would put into quarters. Okay, we have our big old skillet and our bacon is out. So now we're gonna put in our potatoes that have already cooked halfway through in the microwave. We're gonna leave all that bacon grease in. We're gonna fry those up until they're nice and golden brown. We're gonna go ahead and get to work on our sauce, because once these potatoes get cooked and we pull them out for just a minute, it's not gonna take very long for the sausage to brown. So let's get that sauce going so we're ready to finish this recipe. We're gonna start out with 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Next, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of light brown sugar. If you don't have the light, you can use the dark, no biggie. Next, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I like Dijon, so it's okay if it's a heavy tablespoon. 1 teaspoon of thyme. A half teaspoon of pepper. We're gonna whisk this all together, just until it's combined. And then we'll set it aside and it'll be ready for the finish. So I have these potatoes on a medium-high heat and they're about half done now, so I'm gonna add this onion in. We're gonna let these fry up until the onion is tender and the potatoes have gotten just a little more browned. Okay guys, the onion is smelling sweet, the potatoes are brown, so I'm gonna pour them onto a plate so we can start the next step. There's no need to add any additional oil to this skillet because there's still some bacon fat swimming around in here. We're gonna take our kielbasa that we sliced up and we're just gonna put some color on it because it's already cooked. We just want it to look golden brown delicious. If you're enjoying today's video, now is the time to go down and tap that like button. Our kielbasa's in the skillet. This recipe is about ready to wrap up. We're gonna take this bacon that we crisped up and we're gonna chop it. And again, I'm gonna go through it one more time just to make sure I don't have any large chunks. Our kielbasa has been sizzling away. It's golden brown. So now's the time to finish. We're gonna take those potatoes and onions that we've already cooked, dump those in. We're gonna take this chopped bacon, slide that in. Let's get it all incorporated. Now we have our delicious sauce. We're just gonna pour this around this big old pot. We're gonna add a whole bag of baby spinach. This is just going in to wilt. This is what makes it healthy. You're just gonna keep stirring this until the spinach is wilted. Here's what we're looking for. All the spinach is nicely wilted. You see that creamy coating of all the dressing. It's ready to eat. Stacy, this is ready for a taste test. Are you?
I'm up for it. This is beautiful and I cannot wait to give it a taste. All right, I've got a bite here with everything in it. Some spinach, some potato, some kielbasa. The dressing ties everything together. This is zesty, it's meaty, it's hearty, it's delicious.
Stacy, I want to tell you that coming up here means everything to me. It's literally part of my heart.
Oh, thank you so much. I love having you. This is always so much fun, and I can't wait to do it again. I just know you're going to love this dish. It's something different, it's quick, it's easy, and it's delicious. We'll see you next week. In the meantime, just keep jamming.